Um, he beat the odds with a lot of stuff. Like he graduated from college with a master's degree. He was more concerned of beating the statistic that people had kind of drew out for him. Because of course, like, nobody really thought that he was going to make anything of himself.
She raised him like her own. From the time he was 3 years old, she watched him grow, laugh, love, and change. Jamael Gaudet was only 20 years old when his life was taken. Shot and killed inside a car in Harvey, Louisiana. Another young life cut short. Another family left to mourn a child they tried so hard to save. To know Jamael was to love him. He was funny, athletic, full of energy. He loved football. He loved his family, and he especially loved his aunt, the woman who stepped in and raised him like her own son. She remembers the way he'd act silly just to make people laugh, the way he loved on his cousins. He wasn't just some troubled kid. He was a young man raised with care, love, structure, and values. His aunt made him promise one thing, just to graduate for her, and even when things started shifting in his life, he kept that promise. He graduated. With pride. She was so proud of him, because she knew he was facing hard obstacles in his life, and still managed to walk that stage. But life has a way of pulling you, especially when you're young, black, and trying to figure things out in a world that doesn't always give you time to grow. Jamael started changing, little by little. The laughter faded. The calls stopped. He distanced himself from the very people who raised him. His aunt noticed. She saw the signs. He had a whole home, a whole support system, and still the streets found him. She begged him to come back to himself, but it was like she was losing him in slow motion. His aunt says Jamael knew right from wrong. He just started choosing wrong. She remembers a time she bumped into him at a gas station. As they was talking, she noticed some questionable men sitting in his car, and her heart sank. That's when the rumors started. Street talk started circulating, and her nephew's name was suddenly being brought up in things he had no business in. She confronted him, told him straight up that the streets only lead to two places, death or prison. But he denied everything. He didn't know she was watching him from a distance. She had made a fake account just to follow his Instagram and keep tabs on him. She knew what he was into. She knew he was dug in deep. She seen he posted a picture of him holding a switch. She texted him furious and said, "You going down the wrong path. I've been watching your page. What you be doing is clown shit. Real street dudes don't even move like that. You gonna get yourself hurt or end up in a world of trouble. Can't nobody tell you what to do. But I can say, you gonna be disappointed when you look back on your life and see that you wasted it." And his only response, "Yeah, you're right." One day, she asked her brother, Jamael's father, to step in and talk to him. His response, "He's grown. I can't make him do nothing he don't want to do." That's when they fell out, and their family started falling apart. She noticed her influence on him was fading. The bond they once shared was slipping through her fingers, and it was breaking her heart. She could feel she was losing her grip. And deep down, she knew exactly where that lifestyle would lead. It was all a trap, a setup, a dead end. But even as they grew distant, she never stopped reaching out. She made every effort to stay in touch, to keep the lines of communication open. And no matter what he was into, Jamael never missed a chance to tell his aunt he loved her. That love between them never changed. As time went on, all she could do was pray for his safety and hope he'd find his way back. Then boom, that's when it hit her. On May 10th, Jamael was found dead, shot inside a car in Harvey's Woodmere neighborhood. Local outlets confirmed the scene was violent. Police discovered his body inside the vehicle. He was just 20 years old. No suspects, no arrests, just heartbreak. His aunt later confirmed that he got what some call street justice, a cruel reminder of the cycle that never ends. At one point, she started to blame herself for how things turned out, wondering if there was more she could have done. But deep down, she knew she gave it her all. When someone commented telling her not to carry that guilt, she responded.
So I just wanted to touch on this comment and say, this post is not to place blame on anybody. This post is to spread awareness. It's also strictly my situation that I had with him. It's not to point the finger at anybody or anything along those lines. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we could call a spade and say that everybody could have did something different. The whole entire family on both sides. Everybody could have did something in a different way. And I'm sure everybody probably wished they would have did something different. But it kind of just is what it is. Like, as far as his parents, like, they lost their child. Like, there's no coming back. They don't have a do-over, a second chance. It's over with. And I'm sure that's something that they grieve every single day. But, like I said, that this was not for that. This was just a breakdown of the series of events that took place that led up to his untimely demise. But, you know, we're not here to point the finger. It's just like I said, everybody could have did something different. And they had their own battles within with what they was dealing with. And I have a child now, and I go through stuff with his father. So I know how easily it is to kind of let the bullshit take the wheel, pretty much. But it's the fact that, like I said, they were so young at the same time. Because I'm 34 years old. When my child is 20, I'm going to be 54 years old. When their child was 20, they were 35 years old. So, like, it's a lot to contend with. But, like, we're not going to place blame, especially since it's a lot more to the story. Those are just key points. It's not really just black and white. Like, it was a journey. So, yeah. So I wanted to respond to this comment, and maybe he could have did more, perhaps. But the thing is, my nephew was born 2 days before my brother turned 15. So they had him when they was 14, 15 years old. And I don't know, I would like to say that he kind of did the best that he could with what he had, I would say. And I was mad at him for a long time. But I feel like I was mad at him because I just needed to blame somebody. Like, you know, like, I needed somebody to blame. Like, if XYZ would have happened, then he wouldn't have been, you know, but that might still been his life. Like, we don't know. And what I would say is, I have no idea what it's like trying to raise a child at 15. I don't know. He beat the odds with a lot of stuff. Like, he graduated from college with a master's degree. He was more concerned of beating the statistic that people had kind of drew out for him. Because, of course, like, you know, nobody really thought that he was going to make anything of himself. And, you know, like I say, I don't know what it's like to raise a child at 15 years old. So while we like to think that he should have did more, in my current state of mind, I feel like he did the best that he could.
Now his aunt has a son of her own, a little boy, and she would give her last breath just to protect him. If you have a brother, sister, cousin, nephew, anybody you care about that's headed down the wrong path, making reckless decisions, send them this video. Let them know this is real life. This isn't no video game. You don't get no second chances. Dancing with the devil in these streets only leads to two things: death or a prison cell. These kids be thinking they can handle these situations until they're in that courtroom standing in front of a judge and he gives them decades. That's when reality hits.
Court made him pose a hold without bond. Court finds sufficient allegations to support the charges. Considering the relevant factors and the charges, he is ordered held without bond.
I don't know who need to hit us, but little bro, rent is getting expensive out here, bro. It's real expensive. You need pay stubs, bank statements. There's no way to get around that, bro. So you running around here, putting your freedom at risk, stealing cars, putting your license at risk, your life, all this stuff, bro, it's gonna leave you behind, bro. The young women, they winning, they becoming nurses and all kind of stuff. You don't want to be in a position where you locked up, now you gotta wait till you get out. You don't want to be in a position where it's though you like, man, I should have listened to that dude, Kid Problem with all those videos, I should have listened. Now you sitting in a cell the size of a goddamn bathroom, bro. Chill, little bro. It's not worth it. You need pay stubs and bank statements. Put your energy into getting your license and getting a job, working on credit, and go from there. Then you go up, 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 make connections and build. Take this dumb shit off your head and go and be a young man.
No, I never want to be a gangster ass nigga. I never even want to be, I don't portray myself to be that shit. Them niggas lose every time. Why the f I want to be that shit? A lot of these niggas not even conscious of what the f they doing. Is just on some ego shit, bro. Niggas don't even understand, bro. Look at this whole chain gang. How everybody fucking falling. Even the biggest niggas who was fucking doing it, they got jammed up. But this nigga still coming out this still trying to make a way to actually make that shit work. Technology is way too advanced. That shit don't work. I'm not a gangsta ass nigga. All them niggas either get gone to the fucking grave or they get hid in the fucking in the system. They lose every motherfucking time. I ain't got no point to prove. I ain't got no ego. This ain't worth it, nigga. You niggas trying to prove an ego. I ain't never been no big man, nigga. Niggas will sit up here and have a whole family at the crib. They got everybody who they love at the crib, bro. They got daughters, they got kids, they got their mom and dad, they still alive, they got friends, they got other family that they actually really love them, but these niggas are flash out on some shit within a split second without even thinking. And a lot of these YNs that actually do that shit, they don't even think. You gotta understand, you going to the extreme for no reason. You gonna lose everything, nigga. Your family, your friends, your kids, every fucking thing, and nigga, you lost. Ain't your money, all that shit hustle, nigga. All these clothes and shit, nigga, that ain't gonna mean shit when you gone. And people be praising them niggas like they just be doing some shit, bro. You praising some dumbass cause these niggas are regretting this shit as soon as they get jammed up on the shit.
Man, I get so much respect having this ski mask on, man. You hear me? People, they be calling me big bro, holding dope for me while I go inside the store, saying excuse me, all type of shit.
Man, for the life of me, can we stop gassing this young nigga movement? These YN, this stupid ass shit. Man, y'all don't know these niggas, bro. Y'all see these niggas sucking on nitrous and wearing ski masks. And swear to God that these niggas like that. Man, them boy be fragile. Tell them boy put a rod down, put their hands up, watch how fast they crumble, bro. That ain't no real motherfucking young, that ain't no real dangerous shit, bro. Half of the people that sit up there talking about, oh, these young niggas so dangerous. Oh, they got the switches and galaxy guys. But y'all ain't never been to the hood at then y'all like, ever. Ain't no street nigga whatsoever. Y'all gassing these little dumbass niggas head up, making them think that what they emulating is what they are. When me and you both know that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Nigga ratting on each other and some more shit. Backdooring each other and some more shit. When a real nigga supposed to make you lay down and get that shit up. All we doing is bringing more attention and more publicity to the same exact shit that's detrimental to our youth, bro. And y'all laugh at this shit thinking that this shit funny, bro.
Now, y'all may not like me for this, but y'all already don't like me for half that I say on here, so I really don't give a. Being a YN is corny. Being a YN is played out. Being a YN isn't the flex that you think it is. Granted, anybody can be a YN, right? A white boy, a Puerto Rican, just like anybody can be ghetto. But I don't like how y'all are constantly pushing narratives and stereotypes on young black men. And I don't like how young black men feed into the narratives. They're already intimidated by you for existing. Why are you making yourself into a bigger target by feeding into the agendas? Because when you think of a YN, you think of somebody who can't control their emotions. You think of somebody who's impulsive and is ready to kill any and everybody about their emotions. And overall, you think of a ghetto young black man. Because, I mean, shit, it's in the name. I'm just saying, it's okay to never have killed anybody. It's okay to never have been in the hood. It's okay to get your money the legal way without scamming or robbing. It's okay to be a respectable young black man.
I wonder what make people born in the suburbs and like very well off and not really having to struggle for nothing want to be like more in the streets, get in the hood. Like boys from my middle school, half of them are freaking addicts, locked up. They push some type of drugs or something and not very intelligent. Like they didn't take high school serious and take college serious. Mind you, these boys was in the suburbs, grew up in the suburbs, played freaking T-ball. I never really understood it. Like, it could be a thing of wanting to fit in, but it's got to be something deeper than that.
So let me tell y'all, one thing I don't like is YNs. I do not like YNs liking my story, liking my posts, following me on any social media. Like, that shit is not cute to me. I do not like no boy flashing guns, flashing money, flashing weed, drinking lean. Like, posting that, it's just not cute. Like, and then they be so ready to link with you. And when you trying to link with somebody that you don't know and you doing all that on your page, how do you know I'm not gonna set you up? Like, should I teach somebody a lesson? Should I just do it just for the razzle dazzle? But my thing is, I'm too scared of karma. I could never set nobody up. But my thing is, these YNs gonna learn their lesson with the right one. But baby, just leave my page alone. That's all I'm asking.
A lot of these kids think it's cool or funny to be a YN or a menace to society. They're lost in the hype influenced by music, TV shows, and video games that glorify destruction. But this ain't entertainment. This is real life consequences. Yes, it's hard to save someone who doesn't want to be saved, but still try your best. Speak up. Step in. Because sometimes one conversation, one moment of truth can be the difference between life and death. Brooklyn drill rapper Chef G had to turn himself in for attempted murder, and he didn't even pull the trigger. They wanted to give him 20 years. The judge gave him 5. Now that's time away from his kids, his girl, his family. Some say that's not too bad, but let's be real. Time is time, and you don't get that time. Rest in peace, Jamael Javron Davis Gaudet. You were loved. You were raised with strength. And even in your mistakes, your life still had meaning. Your story might save another young boy from the same fate. You kept your promise, and now we promise to keep your name alive. If you or someone you know has a story that's painful, personal, or treacherous, and needs light shed on it, DM us. You might be featured in an upcoming video. There's always 2 sides to every story, and over here at Treacherous Crimes, we dig into everything. Subscribe for more real treachery stories broken down by us.